Nah, this one means more to me than any other award, just because it's been very challenging year for me. But definitely just want to give a lot of credit to my wife though, because she was an emotional rock for me. As I told Craig, um, the stuff that she did for me with the highs and lows I dealt with, it really helped me play at the level that I was able to play at, and just being able to channel all those emotions on the floor. And yeah, her being my rock before the games, after the games, and yeah, throughout all the different things I battled. So I told her half of the award goes to her, and I'll take the other 50%.
You spoke to Craig last night. It's in the paper today. But can you just talk us through the challenges that you faced this year, and if you're comfortable talking about it?
I mean, like I told Craig, there was a couple deaths, and then other things that I don't want to get into, but just a culmination of that, and knowing, I haven't been home in quite some time now. Your mind just starts to, I guess, go a million places at once, and yeah, you feel frustrated not being home, and you feel like kind of life is happening in a downward spiral, and you're not even able to be around all these people, that you're used to being around.
Has basketball been an escape for you this year?
Yeah, and considering we've had such a condensed season, I think that's helped me quite a bit, just because having games every 1 to 3 days, it's pretty good for me to be able to have to just focus on that. But I told Craig as well, like being in the hub, that was challenging at times, even though we played games every 1 to 3 days. Once you have practice or you play your game, you're back in the hotel for hours. So that's where your mind kind of wanders. But then again, shortly after that, you're gearing up for another game.
What was sort of obviously it wasn't the ideal sort of ending to the season sort of with the injury, but how important was it to have your wife there to sort of get you through that period as well?
That was everything. You take her out the picture. I'm away from every family member, pretty much everybody I've ever known my whole life, back in America. So without her and my daughter, I don't have anybody out here. So it was very monumental.
And as far as not being out there, so to speak, with the team, what do you see as your role in ensuring that at the end of the day they come away with another championship?
I mean, just being who I am. Anytime I see something that maybe could be of some help that maybe they're not picking up in the game, I'll give them advice then. But if they're rolling, I don't have anything to say. I just shut up and be the biggest cheerleader.
Are you jealous of Trevor, or are you quite happy that he's the coach and you're kind of like, better leave it here? Or do you think that you might have a bit of Trevor Gleeson in you and you might be a new coach?
No, Trev does what he does, and I do what I do. I'll stay in my lane.
How's the recovery going? How are you feeling? Are you able to walk quite freely now or jog or anything like that?
Um, yeah, so I'm getting better with my walk. Almost able to get rid of the limp completely. So I'm taking it a week at a time. But so far, this is my second week of, I guess, active rehab. So been improving. Got a ways to go, but I'm definitely happy so far with where it's going.
And I guess for the people who think that the Wildcats can't win without you, what would be your message to them?
Just look at the season. We've had a next man up mentality, and it sums up our culture and what we're about. We're no strangers to facing adversity and obstacles. I mean, just like any other team this past season, but we weather the storms, and we control what we can control.
Trev said that every year you get better as a player, and you can't believe there is any more improvement in you every year. What do you go away in the off season and think about and come back and work on? How do you identify where you need to improve?
I think just never being complacent. Uh, I mean, you've been playing this game for so long. I feel like the style of play you have, that's who you are. So I just focus on, making my strength stronger. But the biggest thing for me, I think, this past year was just being able to take my mental edge to another level. It really helped me, I guess, enhance the skills I had because, as you know, you can be as talented as anybody in the world, but if you don't have the right mindset, it just doesn't mesh well on the floor. So that's really helped me out a lot.
Have you thought a bit about your mindset going into this finals campaign? And it's a really hard position that you're in, watching on, and not
I mean, no, like they have the hard part. I'm sitting on a chair and cheerleading. It's difficult. Obviously, I want to be out there, but um, the biggest thing for me is just like I said, just trying to use my voice when needed, um, and just knowing when to say something and when not to.
You've had the ability to elevate your game even at a higher level during grand finals and above even going another level in finals as well. Like, what's your message to guys as they prepare for a grand final, how to handle the occasion, the pressure, and the moment?
I mean, I guess I give different text messages to different players. You talk to people differently, but overall, my advice would just be, you treat the game the exact same. Yeah, sure, there's a lot more external pressure. It's the last two teams of the season, but at the end of the day, it's still another basketball game, and we've played this team before. So you just do what you've done all year to get you to this point. Keeping it simple, I think, helps a lot. But once you overthink, that's when I guess you kind of feel the pressure.
Has that been the message for Luke Travers? Obviously, he's been playing exceptionally well and stepping up for a young kid. Have you sort of had that conversation with him, or has it been something different for Luke?
I mean, that message in itself, that kind of just applies to anybody, whether you're young or been down this road before. But with Luke, I think this is just a great opportunity for him, with as young as he is, getting this opportunity on this stage. As you see, he's getting more and more comfortable. So one thing I told him was just, embrace the moment and take advantage of it. But I think he's definitely done that so far, and, now we get to see the fun part.
Will you be travelling for the away games with the team?
We haven't talked about it yet, but I probably doubt it, just because, I mean, there could be chances of quarantine, and I can't afford that with, rehab and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm anticipating not, but I haven't spoken with anybody about it.
So no doubt you'll be screaming in front of the TV watching those games.
Yeah, I scream a lot more in front of the TV at home than I do when I'm in RIC Arena, that's for sure.
Are you a good spectator?
Depends what you call good, I guess.
Do you get involved in games? Do you enjoy watching basketball?
I enjoy watching basketball. It's hard for me to watch the games in person versus on TV. It's a little bit easier on TV, but when you're in RIC Arena, you're in that environment, you hear the crowd. It's very difficult knowing you can't be out there with the guys. So I struggle a little bit more with the home games rather than away.
And can the Wildcats win it?
I mean, what would you expect me to say?
No point.
I'm never going to say we lose, but we'll go out and see what happens. That's always what I say. So we'll see what happens.
Just it would be your take on United as well. I mean, what do they sort of bring to the table that's difficult to match up against?
I mean, they're just a very talented team. They got some great players, but I think throughout the oh no, they might have taken the lead 3-2, but we've had great battles, and we don't expect anything less. Just as much as we've been able to take our team's play to another level, Melbourne's done the same thing. So it's definitely going to make it interesting, but I think every game's going to be a dogfight.